Hi guys, how are you? I hope you're doing good, and most importantly, I hope you're keeping safe in this pandemic. We all need to keep safe, please, as much as we can. It's your girl Alina, and this is Simply My Views. Thank you so much for coming back, and if you're new, consider subscribing. Today, I'm going to do something a little bit different, but I'm so excited because um, a group of women, or how do I say, a community of women made this possible. Why am I saying so? Because these are not only my views, but I also consulted other women on it because it was specifically about women. My gentlemen, don't feel left out. I'm yet to do videos on our gentlemen. I am all for everybody. So, but today is really about us women, and I have. I must give a warning that I feel this is going to be a really long video because a lot of women showed so much interest. They answered to my survey with so much energy, so much positive energy. You know, I think if they are watching, they are really interested in hearing a collection of all their views as individuals, and I don't want to spoil you. So let me tell you what the topic is all about. Um, Personally, I noted that there is a trend amongst women, a trend of behavior rather. Women tend to, most of the time, I'm not saying all women, please don't get me wrong, women tend to put each other down. We seem to be the gender that is so focused on gossip and all these things. It doesn't matter whether it's in life in general, be it in relationships, go in the professional spaces, workplaces, even in business. You'll find it's one woman spreading a rumor about the other. It's this one probably with the hope of making them feel bad or having people to hate them. But so I don't have all the answers. So I really just sent out a survey on WhatsApp. So I sent it to the women in my contacts. They were from all age ranges. They were from different countries. They were also from different walks of life, like professional wise. We had students, we had just moms, married, so wives to say. So, and I was surprised really because I didn't get anyone asking like, what are you talking about? It sounded a lot like everyone had had their experiences. Like, yeah, it's about time somebody spoke about this. So I was like, wow, 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 wow. I'm really excited. So I just asked two questions. I asked, why do we think women do this to one another? And what words, like, as a woman, what positive words would you say to another woman who's trying to put another woman down in an effort, I think, to grow stronger bonds, positive energies within the women community. So I'm gonna read without saying anybody's name, like who said this. Also, if you feel like you have your own answers to these questions, feel free to drop them in the comment sections. I will definitely be watching, I will be reacting, I'll be responding, and if need be, we can do another series of this, or we can choose another topic that affects us as women. I'm a woman, so I'm very invested in this. All right. I'm gonna apologize because I'm gonna be looking on my phone because that's where the responses are, and then to you guys as much as I can. So I'm not gonna be able to give all the responses for question 1 before I give question 2 because each person answered their questions like together. Like I asked who, they sent me their responses, so I'm just going through each person's response. If you hear your response and you are happy that you want people to know, hi, just say hello. That was me there. Okay? So, the first question, I'm just going to rewind it. It was, why do women do this? Because it looks like it is happening. It looks like really women do this. I've experienced it, and those that replied also sounded a lot like if they haven't experienced it, they've watched it, being done to another woman and all these things. So this is the first response that I got. They are just in an order of who responded first and not, yeah. So she said, I believe women break down one another because of lack of a positive self-esteem. Solution, work on yourself and love yourself and be content. Once you love yourself, you will clap for others and won't see the need to gossip and tear them down. Change your perspective and be happy. I hope we got that, ladies. I'm not going to comment. Then another queen said, it could be in the nature of a woman, jealousy and wanting no one to be better than you. It takes a great understanding to overcome such behavior. That's her response to question 1. And she said this in her next response said, if you are not Oshiwambo speaking, this is a kind of a proverb, like literally translates to say, a color that's not yours won't catch. So I think, like, if someone says something that is not true about you, it will never stick. Okay, I'm sorry I had to translate because I know not everyone here understands Oshiwambo. And then she proceeded to say, celebrate each other. What's yours will come directly to you. Okay? Queens, please take the notes. These are not my views. These are other women's views, okay? Another queen says, I think women tear others down because they think it's normal. They grow up seeing it being done, no one saying anything. For example, everyone would praise a man for impregnating different women and shame mothers with kids from different fathers. Hey! Even when they had less chance to control such. I personally grew up being body shamed. I only realized it now. For not having a natural big butt and having ugly feet, I mean, it's things I had no control over, but it was first said at home, of course on a joke manner, so I thought it was normal or okay. Ooh. Hi, the norms. To question number 2, she said, I would say, stop it. As we women, we should hype each other up instead of bringing each other down. Criticize positively, do not shame. Yo, I'm definitely taking my notebook out. Yo, guys. Let me drink something because Question 1, her response. She said, well, as we all know, we are jealous beings. I think to see another woman succeed and not you cringes most women. We always want to be the best amongst others. Hey, are we competitive by nature? Guys, I don't know. This is somebody's views. I really do not know. And to question number 2, she said, we already get criticism from men. True. So why not build each other and be there for one another so we can be as equal as the male? We are always preaching about how we are seen as weak. Bringing down a fellow lady is a sign of weakness. Ooh. Couldn't agree more, guys. Take the notes, guys. I think at the end of this, we need to clap for every woman that we see. I'm gonna proceed because the queens spoke. This queen said to question number 1, I think because we are constantly competing with each other, for example, who is prettiest in the room, what we do for a living, and everyone feels they are better than the other person, which isn't supposed to be the case. as everyone is running their own race at your own pace. To question number 2, she says, my grandfather always used to tell us that so as the fingers on your hands are not even, it's how people are. We are different people from different backgrounds. Just because you are not where the other person is in life, career, or anything we dream of, doesn't have to turn it into competition. We should learn to celebrate others on their achievements without comparing ourselves, and trust the process that we have to walk in our own journey. Also, it's always good to never look down on each other, because we are all living for a purpose, and each person at each level should be considered as important, for we will all need each other one way or the other. Guys, this was a very wise grandfather. Listen guys, the responses are from different people, from different backgrounds, different age ranges, some wisdom, a lot of wisdom actually. So the next queen didn't say much, but this is her response. So she, to question number 1, it's because of jealous to what you are doing, position or work. And then to number 2, she said, I don't have positive words or shit. Hypo. This one is tired of maybe this thing we are doing to each other. Ewa. I'm sorry guys. So another one replied to the questions. I'm so grateful guys. I couldn't do this video without you guys. You responding means everything, because I'm also learning, and I hope this video reaches every woman on every corner so that we learn. Yeah. So this queen says to number 1, personally, I believe it stems from intimidation. When someone is doing better than you, the normal and instant response is to be inspired by them, to look and learn from them, but it never happens that way. I believe women who participate in the acts of putting another woman down have a lot of introspection and self-awareness to come to. Some are projecting because they internally wish they could be that, but they can't. So that bitterness turns to jealousy, which turns to ill actions, thoughts, and words towards the other woman. I still don't understand it though to today. Like how people can be so fixated and bothered by someone else, how they live and who they are. I also don't understand it. And to question number 2. Here it goes, ladies. She said, go to therapy. I strongly believe that when you have hate and bitterness in your heart, it stems from something deep and dark within. You probably have unresolved trauma and need to have that checked out. It's not enough to say spread love, because people don't want to do that, or they don't know how to do that. So I advise people to go to therapy to learn about themselves and understand why they are the way they are. Okay, now that was her response. And I'm gonna make a personal statement here, because she hit something that I think I speak about often. Therapy. I know it's not a norm in many cultures. It's not even sometimes considered or even spoken of. People will even want to put hands on your mouth when you speak about it. Therapy helps. I've personally checked myself into therapy, not directly linked to this topic. I'm just trying to say it's okay to go to therapy. And you don't have to wait to have a depression or an episode for you to go to therapy. You need to go to therapy to learn and unlearn certain things, and then you grow as a person. And once that happens, all this jealousy I'm hearing and comparison to other people will be a lot less, because you'll then understand that you are just an individual in your own lane. Okay, that were my views on going to therapy. So now I'm gonna proceed to the next response. Another lady says to question number 1, I think in some cases, women who are alike, say they have similar character, traits, same personality, are likely to clash because they want to assert some sort of dominance over each other. So they start not to get along. Another reason is because of society's pressure and expectations on women to look a certain way to be considered beautiful. So when some women fail to meet these expectations, they are looked down on by the women who have met these expectations. Those who look a certain way might start to think that they are better than the other because society accepts and prizes them, and that can cause hatred to develop among the different women. I think it's about time we redefine the standards going around in society. I'm hearing it's causing these feelings. And to number 2, she said, I would say that we are built so strong individually, but together we can be stronger. We can raise a much better society when we are working together and uplifting each other, and we have got in a world where we have to deal with male dominance and abuse. I'm not sure you heard, guys. We are already dealing with male dominance. I mean, I think I don't want to dilute this point, but it's so big. We are already dealing with male dominance and abuse, so let's work together as women. This queen says, the question 1, at times, women do it because they want to be favored by whom they are telling the story. But mostly, it's just jealousy and anger because they feel others have achieved so much while they are stuck at one point in life. Another reason is the other gender we hate. We hate each other and are against each other because of men. They create such hatred amongst us women, and we don't even see that. We hate each other because our men are cheating on us and make us feel like we are wrong at times. We don't even know what we are. We don't even know that we are not guilty because you didn't know that the other woman didn't know about you. I think this is, going to when hatred arises from a failed relationship or maybe fighting for one partner. My dearest lady, I'm going to try to understand it from that stance. Because I think now you feel like you and another woman are having the same man. Instead of understanding that this man mixed y'all up, you're going to fight each other. And I think this also resonates to a recent event where I think in the northern region of Namibia, a woman is currently she's arrested for killing another woman over a man. And that's big. So, I just had to say something about the current affairs because I feel like this response is relating to this one. So, to question number 2, she said, why should we be against each other? If we can stand up against the difficulties which are upon us, why fight another woman for a man if at times none of you even know that the both of you were with this one man? Looks like I was right. It was about us fighting for women, for men. And I think this happens a lot. And I can't say I relate completely, but I've heard about it. Another queen, this is her response to the 2 questions. Question 1, she says, lack of self-esteem and self-love. They think others have taken their space when the universe is so huge to accommodate everyone. They feel that they have been robbed and hence try to make themselves feel better by stealing, equivalent to putting out others' lights. They are simply women who are not confident in themselves and very envious and jealousy. Jealous, not jealousy. To number 2, she said, this is what she would say to the woman who was trying to put the other woman down. Allow themselves to heal first. Learn how to love themselves so they may be able to love others unconditionally. Instead of being jealous and envious, humble yourself and ask for help from those who are where you want to be. And lastly, if you have not heard it with your own ears or seen it with your own eyes, do not spread it with your own mouth. Wow. Okay. And then they said a response, but I think, just give me a second, guys. I think when I was screenshotting, the first part is cut off, but I'm gonna do my best to just give the part that I have here. It started off with, women undermine other women because they think they are rivals. Hence, this clouds their judgments and their ability to see other women for who they really are. So they try by all means to make sure their rivals lose. They then do this by the spread of rumors, teasing just to make themselves feel good or uplift their esteems and to find some sort of security. They may do this to seek identity and recognition and some sort of power. They feel like they are more powerful by putting their gender down. Sometimes they are driven by envy, jealousy that they have secretly. And this is what she would say to the other woman. To a woman tearing others down, I would tell them to look at other women with a loving eye and not an evil one. Only then will she realize that we are one and should not be at war with each other. Women should and do understand the struggles of other women more than anyone else. So we need to work on a community of powerful women free from envy, hatred, and only then we will succeed in bettering ourselves and those around us. Guys, I must applaud myself because I wear specs. I read with specs. They are reflecting because so now I'm reading with a naked eye, which I haven't done in so many years. I started wearing specs in 2014. Forgive me, guys, because okay. That was that. So here is a response from another queen. Queens talking to queens. So please sit through the end. To number 1, she said, I think they do it as a way of comforting themselves by feeling they are better than others. Most of the time, when one is hurting or insecure about something, they resort to hurting and putting others down, and it kind of gives them a feeling of being better than them. Comparing themselves to others is also a cause of this. And here is words of positivity from her. Self-love and appreciating personal diversity for me will solve this. If we all just accept ourselves as individuals and acknowledge that we are all different, we won't be threatened or feel in failure to others. We will just be uplifting each other. Here is another response. Hands up, queens. These are your responses as you send them to me. Thank you so much. So this queen said, women do such because they judge each other based on what someone else told them about the other person. They don't take time to get to know the person. And to number 2, she said, I would say, practice kindness and choose to say positive things about someone you don't know. It also helps to get to know someone on a personal level. But ultimately, love one another unconditionally, and everything else just flows naturally. Another queen. To number 1, she said, I believe when women feel jealous of other women, they find themselves gossiping or wanting to take away from another woman's success. Having a successful career, looking smart, maintaining your figure, have free time for traveling or your hobbies, all valid reasons to be envied and undermined by other ladies who feel that life is unfair. Unfortunately, many women show these behaviors even if they are attractive themselves. Oh boy. So it doesn't matter. We can all be attractive and successful and somehow still manage to be jealous of one another. I know. Guys, she said now to this behavior. Here is, I think, her words of positivity. She said, don't be the reason another woman stops believing in themselves. Imagine a damaged woman because of you. A woman who has lost her self-confidence because of you. And an insecure woman you have created. At some point, all women's crowns get crooked. We should learn to fix each other's crowns without telling the world it was crooked. Be the woman who tells a stranger she looks good and who encourages them to believe in themselves and their dreams. We need each other. I love the last sentence so much because I've seen so much going around, especially on social media. I don't need anyone. I'm my own person. No man is an island, so I agree so much that we need each other. And I don't think it's just women. I know I picked women, but I don't think it's just applicable to women. So, here is another response. I think the first part also is, yo, guys. Yo, I'm sorry. Yeah, I found it. I told you guys I can't see well without my glasses. Yeah, here's another woman's response. I'm sorry again because it looks like, because I had to screenshot everyone's response. But it starts with, I believe it's in their nature. This is now explaining why she thinks we put each other down. They found other women doing it and so they will continue to. Yeah, I think this is a culture kind of thing. Women are jealous people. They always want to know what is behind your business. Example, if they see a young woman doing well with her business, they will always try to criticize her by creating rumors like, it's only that she's from a well-off family, or I don't think she will go far with that business, or her things are nice but expensive. She won't get customers. Hi, KP. Okay, she mentioned numerous reasons actually. Here's another one. As women, no, this is not a reason. This is her talking to us for, hey, you are telling a person that she won't even go far. This one got me off guard. Okay, she says, as women, we must always have each other's backs. Encourage others when you're doing well, or simply keep quiet if you have nothing good to say. We must change from within ourselves. Tell yourself, I'm not going to be negative against another person's business. I'd rather start mine. Gossiping about each other is not a solution. You rather ask other women to help you start your business too. Whatever you wish against another person's will come back to you one day. I think this is the laws of the universe. What you give out will come back. Give out more positive and nice things, hey? Yo, guys, grab your bottles of water. I'm gonna drink a bit of water because I've been talking. I really got a lot of responses, guys. And if you're watching, you know, you probably haven't heard your response yet. And I'm coming to it. I realized this is a very, very relevant subject, and it comes at a time where I think we all need to hear some of these things. So I'm just gonna say a few more responses, then I'm gonna put the others in the following parts. I really appreciate everyone going out because everybody said something from really the bottom of their hearts, and I appreciate that. So another queen said the reason she thinks these things are happening is because I think this is a result of jealousy, which can stem from one's personal weakness, as they are unable to level up to that queen's growth. So they are jealous. Their jealousy comes out as negative criticism instead of positive criticism or motivation. So she would say, Han, you could always opt for a better choice of words to validate yourself. Clap for your sister today because tomorrow she will be clapping for you. Wow, so short, yet carrying so much weight. Clap for your sister today because tomorrow she'll be clapping for you. This one also said, to number one, she thinks it's because of own insecurities and battles within. And she would tell that person not to do that. And I usually pull away from such people in general. I don't like negative energy. I don't think anyone likes negative energy. I think with what we've heard by now, we actually getting a picture that there are various things that are happening at all levels, business-wise, personal-wise, relationships, and they're really not good. And I think I'm not the only, by just hearing what you heard, I think everybody doesn't like the fact that it's happening, and they are putting out all this positive energy, all these positive words that I think we must start exercising so that we can become a stronger community of women. So this will be all for this part of this subject. I will proceed and put the other responses up after I'm done with this. I appreciate everybody taking out the time, so I'm gonna bring their views to you guys, and let's sit tight, let's build each other up, and please share, spread. You know so many women that I don't know, and I think they would love this. I want to build a community of sisters here. Thank you guys, thank you so much. Thank you, and it's goodbye for now.